Hi, intuitive souls. This is Mary. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new, welcome. And if you're tuning back in with me, welcome back. I'm just so happy to be doing these videos, these lives again, and to really share this space with you all. So, I'm going to do a quick check in. I hope everyone is doing well. I know that's been a while, but I'm gonna try to make more effort to come on live and really share the space more and more with you all. So I'm just gonna actually arrange a few things, and then we can talk a bit more. Okay. So real quick, I hope everyone is doing well. Again. Um, Is there anything that you guys, you know, would like me to talk about relating to spirituality? Just let me know in the comment or, message me and I can do my best to cover or talk about it or, you know, create space for us to discuss more about it. I'm going to also do a spiritual talk about karma tonight, and then I'm going to follow it with a quick general reading for the next following week, so that we can kind of get an idea of what to sort of expect. But like, of course, take what resonates. It's a general reading, so it's not meant to be very specific per individuals. So yeah, I just wanted to give that, put that out there for us so that we can kind of tune into the energy as well. So I hope everyone is, you know, able to be where they want to be. Um, I hope everyone is really having all the resources that they need at this time. I know it's a little rough around the world. However, I want to just really keep encouraging hope and support and love, because I truly feel that at the end of the day, when we focus on what we want, that is what the outcome um, is intended to be. And so for me, I feel like that's what comes to manifest itself. So yeah, I just truly pray like that there's more and more love and peace and just positivity, because we need it so much at this time. So I've been just a little bit about me. So lately, again, I'm, still doing what I'm doing. And, um, I do a caregiving position at a facility for assisted living for elderlies. And it's quite an experience. I'm starting to realize more and more through this experience that life isn't what it appears to be, and that we can choose to keep pushing away things, but it's going to circle back. And so that's why it really pushed me to want to talk about this topic about karma, right? I've been talking about karma for over 2 years now, and I still want to keep talking about it, bring it up, and share space for us to talk about it, because it's so important to talk about these theories or these types of ideas to really get us, these philosophical ideas to really get us thinking, what is it that we need to recognize in our lives, and um, really focus on. And I know it's not for everyone, and by no means am I a psychologist, a professional, like, of any of that sort, medical or any of that. But I do want to like talk about my experiences because I think it's just so important to connect. And it starts there. So when I when I started doing this caregiving job, I was just like really like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. I'm just gonna see where it takes me. And I found out real quick, like, wow, it's very tough, and it's not it's tough to the sense that you you are in it's tough in the sense that you put yourself in the client's shoes, and so that's how you figure out, like, wow, like, if I was in that position, I would most likely behave that way as well. And so you, as the caregiver, have to understand and be patient. So that's what I've been dealing with. And I'm just glad that I have been able to really, t- not just me, but universe too, like, really testing my boundaries with so many things that I have not been facing, that I have not been dealing with for the past years. So that's why, again, karma, I'm talking about karma because I want to really um, shine light to this side of karma. Now, you all may think karma is XYZ, right? Everyone has their own perception of karma. But for me, I'm just going to briefly go over what I feel karma is. And it's not that it's nothing crazy, right? It's just I keep it simple because we're not here to overcomplicate things, okay? So karma is really just lessons that's coming back around to help us learn because we once put out the energy and now that energy is coming back, and it's up to us to say, "Hey, do we accept this and face it, or do we keep denying it and never learn it, right?" So that's what I see karma as. There's more, but we can do a deep dive into what karma is, um, in a different video. So I see that as karma, and so what really like came through strongly for me this this week, right? This week was that we have to choose to face our karma, okay? Now, you can say, hey, karma's not real, doesn't exist. That's fine. That's for others to acknowledge and move forward. And yeah, that's fine. But this video isn't for you then. Now, this video is for those who truly, truly want to inquire more knowledge about what karma is on a spiritual level per experiences, right? Uh, through real conversations, through real people experience, right? So, me, right? I'm talking about my experiences, no one else's. And so, this is what I want to share, and this is my truth. So choosing to face karma is just so important because at the end of the day, we can keep, denying it, but then it's going to always come back and show up at our door. So would you rather face it, or would you just keep saying, nope, I'm going to keep shutting the front door, right? And like pretend no one's ringing the bell. So karma is like that. Karma is like a package. It gets delivered. And then, sometimes they ring the bell. Like, do you go and get the package or you don't? And it's up to you, right? Because you have free will. Now, choosing to face it, again, is so important because we are here to learn. And if we're not learning, then we're stagnant, meaning we're just here and ch- we're not truly pushing for any change in our life, and when that happens, then we get stuck and different aspects of our life. So for example, our career, right? Our relationships, um you know our communication, our self-confidence, self-love, self-worth, just so many different aspects of us. And so that's why it's so important to really face these karmic lessons, right? And you can say, hey, I don't want to, I don't want to face it yet. That's okay. I feel like you're I feel like you as an individual has already set up a timeline for yourself to learn that. And so that's why, at the end of the day, maybe something didn't work out for you, but years later or months later, somehow it resurfaced, and this time it resonates with you, right? So choosing to face it doesn't mean you have to face it like right away. It just means, yeah, you're going to have to face it one day, you know. Um, so that's also choosing to face it, can also be choosing to recognize that what those lessons are. And it's so important to be able to recognize these lessons, because at the end of the day, it's your lessons, right? I'm pretty sure some of those lessons, you created them, right? So, for example, right, I have come to realize that I don't like I don't like confrontations, and especially I don't like communicating with I had a really hard time communicating with my parents, right? Or elderlies. And so guess where I am right now? I'm in a position where I'm communicating with elderlies. So, this is what I'm talking about. In our life, things will come around, and we will have to face it. And it happens. Sometimes it's through, you know, it's through divine timing, and then sometimes it's you choosing it. But by the time you choose it, right, this is the funny part. By the time you choose it, you you don't realize that you chose it, and it's a subconscious thing. Um like your higher soul. So this is just for others who are spiritually leveling up, okay? If you're spiritually leveling up, these karmic lessons will come and attract to you, because you are in a process of learning and growing, right? And so that you can you can elevate yourself and be more conscious, be more open to these lessons and overcome these lessons. So, for example, me, right? Like I always had a struggle with communicating with elderlies, especially my parents. Okay, and because in the Asian community, right, it's so hard to voice our opinion, because um, it feels like you are always being talked down, or you're being shut down, right, by your parents. So then what do you do? As a teenager, you rebel. And that is the part where you start creating the karma here. And it's creating and simultaneously with other parallel universe where you never learned the lesson, or you did learn the lesson, or just all over, like um different 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 realms, different dimensions, different universes, right? So I, in this lifetime, am working on how to communicate with with others, whether it's an elderly or with someone who may not understand me, where I'm coming from. So that is a part of me that I'm still searching and, still working through. But that is the point here. So, having to work with elderlies, I have to communicate in a way that really, not that I, not that I like don't want to talk or communicate with anyone. It's just that sometimes, right, we can say something, but it sounds different to someone else. So how would we work around it, right? And so that is what it is. Instead of me in the past, I choose to just either be enraged or, I'll be honest, right? As a teenager, rebellious teenager, you you have that rage in you where you're like all your hormones, right? You're just like, no, I don't want to listen. And then you slam the door, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Either you're enraged or you just want to shut down. So there's a spectrum here, right? And from what I've experienced always was that I was always enraged and I didn't want to talk about it later. Like I would be enraged and then I would shut down and then I don't want to talk about it. So this is what we have to learn, right? That we have to go back and learn it, okay? So yes, through the years, of course, I have worked and developed my communication skills and I still am working through it, of course. Um but as we grow older, of course, with maturity too, it it has really the rage has calmed down, right? And that's also based on your planets, right? But that's for another story. But for me, um, it has this idea of why do they not understand me, right? It's what we have to face. So here I am coming back to face that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about a bit is that our planets, right? So, for example, real quick, if it's our Saturn return, meaning when we're around the age of like 27 to 31 or so, that's where our Saturn is coming through. Saturn is in our placement, and that's where our Saturn. It's called Saturn return, and that's where that that influences us to um, go through very like prominent lessons. Now, Saturn is all about lessons and career and maturity, okay? So that's why it's all coming back around and showing you again who are you? Right? Who are you now? Are you still who you were in the past? What have you dealt with? And so Saturn is going to bring back all those lessons and show you. So my lesson here, one of them is communicating with elders who may not understand me or I may not understand them, but we are finding a middle ground, right? And so I've been doing that, and I think so far, at first it was very frustrating because there was a lot of triggers, right? But I'll be very honest, like I really felt something lifted last week, like energetically lifted, because I was just like, wow, like I realized that I can't keep running away from it. I have to I really have to embrace it. And so once you recognize what are these concerns, right? What are these lessons? Then that's when you can truly face it and say, okay, it's something that I want to improve upon. And so being able to recognize it and then realizing it that you want to improve it, then that's really gold there. Okay, that's gold because you're essentially consciously choosing to say, hey, I want change, right, versus being stagnant, right? Remember my comment about being stagnant? You don't want to stay stagnant because you're going to feel blocked, right, in different aspects, and then you're going to feel that you're not improving, elevating, your life, your you know pretty much everything, your feelings, your emotions, your life, yourself, uh, energetically, physically, mentally, right? Physically, I think I said that, yeah. So that's why it's so key to just face it and realize that, hey, I'm gonna learn this now or later, okay? So which is it gonna be, right? And then really embracing it, okay? So once you recognize it, you realize, hey, I want this change, you embrace the shadow aspect of it. It's going to be hard. And the shadow aspect is what's going to come through initially, because there's going to be a lot of triggers, right? There's going to be the negative outcomes, that that you're rerunning in your mind, right? The negative outcomes that is tied to what that karma was, right? It's gonna rerun in your head. It's gonna replay over and over, and that is where it gets really tough. But that's where you have to embrace it first and accept it and realize that, hey, uh, this is what I want to improve. This is what I want to, develop so that I'm not stuck there. And really it's facing, the shame, the guilt, the pain. Um, it's dealing with the individuals who have impacted you, right? Even though their intention during that timeline it was negative to you, it's about, hey, who were they truly, and like who were they truly, their role in this lesson that you have to learn, and learning to forgive them, right? So it's a lot of forgiveness work as well when you're embracing the shadow aspect um, of this. And then what comes next, I feel, is really embracing the light aspects of this process. So really, what are the positive outcomes? Really, like, what lessons did you learn, right? What growth, what transformation yield from this um, from this lesson that you are working through or you have learned. And so it's a beautiful it's a beautiful really it's a beautiful uh, s- it's a beautiful transformation, and I feel that we have to allow it to come through. Otherwise we're just going to stay stuck. And then I also want to talk a bit about really taking initiative. Now, this is so important too, because if we're not taking initiative to move forward and to move towards what we truly want, it does hold us back, right? We could do the shadow work that we want, but if we don't truly actually move forward and really like forgive, right, ourselves and others, then that also causes us to stay stuck. And so that's why it's also so important to take initiative and really find ways to help you move forward. Um, and the important part to this is it's not about wishing for the problem to go away or the lesson to go away or to disappear, right? It's about, hey, I'm going to move towards it because I want to face it, right? I'm going to move towards it because I want to keep moving forward, not backwards, right? And then really, it's also so important to believe that there is a way to resolve this. Um, this concern or this lesson. Because if you don't feel that there's a solution, then like your intention follows, right? Your your intention and your attention, right? It all matters because it follows each other. And if you're setting the intention that it's not going to work out, then guess where all the attention goes to? It goes to, it focuses in on it not working. And so it's truly about your intention, okay? So if you have the intention of believing that it will work out, that, hey, I'm going to find solution to my behavior or my habits that are not serving me, right? Or these lessons that I haven't learned yet, then that's what's going to really help you um, move forward, as well as letting go of wishful thinking that things will again just disappear, or that the problem will take care of itself, because we know that that's not true. Right? We can shove everything under the rug, put a bed on top, and sleep on it and just pretend that it doesn't exist. But guess what? Over time, it's going to keep building all these like gunk, right? These dust. And whew, that's when you're wondering, like, why is your bed collecting so much dust and gunk? And so that's why we have to refresh our space physically, mentally, spiritually, and refresh our body, right? Refresh the ways, the the system, our system, right? Whether it's energetically or uh, how we were programmed to learn things, because we all come with a different backpack. And so as we learn and we grow, we have different set of tools, and everyone is not the same. So that's why we have to come together and learn together, right? Share those tools. So it's just so important that, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to just pretend that these issues don't exist, instead of that, hey, I'm going to go towards it. I'm going to um, figure out how to solve this. I'm going to figure it out. And yeah, I'm going to ask for help. And when I find the solution or resolve this, I'm going to help others also resolve similar concerns, right? And that's the beauty of it, connecting together and doing this teamwork together, because we are all interconnected. Now, it's also very key that we allow the divine source to assist us, because at the end of the day, who are we? We are human being, okay? We are just being whatever human beings are. And that, to me, when I think of what a human being is that we can't we can't control everything. We can't, because we are not perfect. We were designed to have flaws, because that's the beauty of it. We have the shadow aspects and the light aspects, okay? We are here to learn about how to be balanced. And so, how do we create balance, or how do we work through balance if there is no balance, right? The balance comes from the light and the dark, or the negative and the not so, you know, and the positive, right? And so allowing the divine source to help us, for me, looks like this. It's really allowing whatever divine source you believe in, it's up to you. Um, For those who don't believe in anything, okay, that's fine. um, Maybe this is not for you, but I'm sure everyone who's tuning into this, you believe in some type of higher source that really like plays an important role in your life. And so that's why you're here. And you're guided to be here, to watch this, to learn from this, to share this. And so this divine light or source, or really, some people call it God, universe. Yeah, this divine source is pulling all of us here together to learn and to allow us to assist one another. Even being here right now, I'm assisting you guys. I'm allowing universe, or higher source, to pull me towards this YouTube live right now, to help assist you guys, because I'm trusting that the universe is calling on me for a reason, and so I'm answering it, and so when we allow the divine source to assist, it's us accepting the calling too. Okay, it's not just us saying, hey, I'm going to do this and that on my own. It's about saying, hey, let's co-create together. So allowing source, allowing others, resources, right? Individuals to come through and help you co create a space to really learn and grow from is truly, truly amazing. And just truly, uh, it's really the beauty of life. And that's what I believe. It's up to you. Share with me what you guys feel, what co-creating is, because it's so important to engage and to really connect. So let me know. Okay, so that is what I have for karma today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, cover about karma, or any other topics. Feel free to comment in the comment section, or message me at my email at intuitiverefreshmaryjean@gmail.com, or my Facebook Messenger, which is intuitive refresh dash Mary Jean. So now I'm going to move forward to the tarot deck reading. I'm going to pull two. I'm going to pull from two decks, just because I feel like, it's been a while, and I really want to. I really want. I want clarity in this upcoming week for us. I want us to have clarity, right? That's what I meant to say. I want clarity for us. Okay, so let's see. So week of May. May 18th to May 24th. Sorry guys, my dates were wrong because I'm going to switch it up. My dates were wrong because of I was in March. But yeah, we're in May now. So from May 18th to May 24th. What is in store? Wow, okay. I love this. So what came out of this floral deck that I have called Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle cards is Passion Flower. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm gonna share a bit about this, and then I'll go into pulling other tarot cards for the week. So I just wanted to quickly just pull this out to really start our start this, like, this energy that's coming through, right, to really open up the space for this energy. So I see blue and right away, the throat chakra, and blue is all about, for me, blue is about communication. It's about speaking, right? And really learning too, because as you speak, you're learning how to speak to one another, right? You're learning about how others speak, how others communicate. So I really see this strong this week. I just really feel like it's all about communication, okay? How you say things, how you project things, how you um share things, really, how others receive it. It's all going to play a really big role, okay? Like really, really important. And it says awareness and mystery on the bottom. So awareness now, see, you have to be aware of your communication style. You have to be aware of who you're communicating to, because if you're not, you can, slip, and then something can, kind of like feel off, right? And then mystery. So something is going to come through that's going to surprise you, okay? Now, this surprise, I'm going to leave it as is because I feel like it's going to be something for you to figure out if you want to go deeper, okay? I feel like it deals with work. Okay, this mystery here, I feel like it really deals with like career, work, uh, something about like with structure. Okay, your organization, your structure, how you work. Okay, your work ethics. Um, yeah, so it's gonna involve that, and yeah, I'll leave it as that. So beautiful, beautiful card for, this month. And it's funny because the month of May is the fifth and is five, right? Because May is the fifth month. And five is all about I feel like the number five to me is it's like air sign, right? It's all about communication. It's all about freedom. And so it makes sense because May is so busy, right? There's so many things to do that, like you want that freedom to do all those things, but you have to remember that you have to be aware of your surrounding and that there are things that may surprise you this month or this week, and that's for you to go deeper and explore that, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna do a reading for the week. This is my new tarot deck. So I told you guys a while back I lost one of my cards from my tarot deck, and then I just threw it out because I was like, I'm not gonna have a deck that is missing one card. Like, kind of have that kind of OCD. So I was just like, just not gonna keep it. Okay, so this came out. Okay, the sun reverse. I'm just gonna pull three cards. Okay. Okay, the Two of Cups. This came out right away. Reverse as well. Spirit team, May 18th to 24th. Oh, okay. Love this deck. Right now, it's like easy to, for it to come out. The Devil. Okay, wow, great. And I'm saying great as in I'm glad that we are dealing with the things that we need to deal with. Okay. So the sun. Okay. Right now, during this time of May or the May 18th to the 24th, it just feels that it feels as if you're not really happy, where you are. You're not satisfied. And and really, like, we have to embrace that, okay? Like, we have to understand that, hey, there are days where I'm not gonna enjoy what what's going on, right? I'm not gonna enjoy my time. I'm not gonna enjoy like what I'm doing. I'm not gonna enjoy where I am in life. And that's fine. That's because we are here to really find what will satisfy us. Because without like unsatisfaction, right? We wouldn't know what satisfaction is. So it's calling you to remember like what makes you happy, right? And funny enough, guess what? Remember? Passion flower. What makes you thrive? What makes you happy? What drives that passion, right? It's in reverse because you're not doing what you're passionate about. So you have to figure out what makes you happy. So this week, your assignment is, finding what that passion is that you want to do. Because if you're not looking at what you're passionate about, then why even bother being here listening to this, right? We're here to connect, to build community, and you know, to seek um, solutions to our problems and to see what else is there for us, to seek other passions, to seek what will satisfy us in this lifetime. And then the Two of Cups reverse. So again, your cups are being poured out. You see that? So this is what it is, upright and then reversed. So I'm feeling that this week, May 18th to 24th, there's gonna be this sense of feeling imbalanced, okay? Because you are experiencing this, not knowing what your passion is, unsure of where to go, right? How to start. There's no guidance. And here it is. Guidance will come through, okay? This is reverse, but guess what? This is what it is upright. So when time is right and you take action, it's going to flip. It's eventually going to flip and you're going to find that balance. So find what fills your cups, okay? Like your cup. And I feel like once you do that, you figure out what you really want to do in life and you'll know where to go and you won't stress out as much. So go and figure that out this week. It's going to be very I just keep feeling like it's going to be very pivotal this upcoming week. Okay, the 18th to the 24th. That take this window of May and make that decision. What is it that you want to do? The top three things, it doesn't have to be one thing, but if you feel like you can only concentrate one thing at a time, then pick the top three and then select the first, and then just go in numerical order. Focus on each one of those separately within the timeline according to you, what works best for you. So, this is what I have um, middle of that week. So maybe the 20th, 21st. Now, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, I feel like this is what's going to come through the devil. So the devil card came out, and what's going to come through is banishing those bad habits. So I really feel like this has to do with food and habits that you no longer serve you anymore. You're going to banish those bad habits or banish those things that you keep doing, that you keep saying, right? And it's gonna start small at first, but I see a snowball effect. It's gonna really clear things out of your life. And I feel like May to June is really for you to um clear out anything that doesn't serve you anymore, because what's gonna happen is that once you clear out those habits, those, once you clean up your diet, or like you take care of yourself, you take initiative to really minimize or really stop those bad habits. um, a a new flow of energy is gonna come through, and I get it. It's not a one day, you fix it, or you take it away, or you banish it, like, immediately. However, it's about choosing, setting the intention of, "Hey, what do you wanna stop doing?" Right? What do you want to start picking, choosing, right? And you're gonna replace what you don't want, what you don't like, with what you are going to choose to keep in your space, in your circle. So you see how they're kinda, like, together. So, yeah, this is actually really good because you are going to take that initiative to clear out whatever doesn't serve you. You see how the person has a mask on and then it's touching the other figure? It's essentially saying, "Hey, it's time for you to really face it, right? It's time for you to face it," right? That's like she's touching the face. She's facing it. And the mask is on the face because you're gonna have to unveil who you are, shed those layers, and then really touch the raw face of who it is, what it is, who you are. And sometimes it's not pretty, sometimes it's not, rainbows and unicorns, but hey, that's life. We gotta handle it how we have to handle it the best that we can, and embracing again the light and the dark, the really exploring what those gray areas are. Otherwise, the lessons we'll just not learn it, and we're gonna carry on life, not knowing if we could have learned it or not. So it's really cool that this is what's coming through at the end, because there is going to be change, okay? This also symbolized for me change coming through, okay? So you have free will. You will, make the necessary change that you are comfortable doing. Um and yeah, it's going to bring through the results that you desire, that you have been wanting uh, for this year. I see this is gonna tie with your end of the year goal. I know, like, we all do goal setting, right? Like, some of us, I guess, not all of us. I know some of us, we do goal setting. And so I just want to say and be real, this is gonna tie with your goal at the end of the year, the one that you set from the beginning. Okay. So this is your reading for May 18th to May 24th. Okay. I hope that was helpful. If you are interested, in a tarot reading, or in a, regular one-on-one conversation, psychic reading, or even like an intuitive art where I do a painting for you to kind of showcase what, intuitively, psychically is coming through for you, message me. I love to help you. We can set up, I'll send you the forms, and then, we could take care of payments, and we can set up the date and meet, and really have that 1 hour dedicated to exploring what you are interested in tackling. And for my readings, I allow as many topics as possible during those 60 minutes, because I understand that everything is interconnected. So I don't limit. I always feel like once you limit, then you're not allowing universe, God, spirit to bring in the the actual, like, messages that are meant for that sitting, right? and that and that you're just saying no, like you're filtering things out for you, not for the individual. So that's why I love, like, I love my 60-minute readings, because I allow whatever that comes through, right? That way individuals can say, hey, I want to talk about this, and not feel restricted. So again, if you're interested in my readings, feel free to contact me. You can contact me at my Gmail. Um, it's all below here, and you can find me, on Facebook at Intuitive Refresh Dash Mary Zhang. I'm always there to answer questions. So you know where to find me. If you're also interested in I have other services too. If you're interested in my energy rejuvenation and my energy clearing and rejuvenation sessions, those are where I help you go deep down into the subconscious and uh, really tackle that layer of that's blocking you, of what you're blocking you energetically, to seeing, to diving deep into what needs to be worked through, okay? For any sort of blockages, energetic blockages. So that's gonna be, if you want to learn more about it, yeah, message me. I can also explain more about it one on one with you. But essentially, that's to help shake up that energy, right? That top layer of energetic blockage there, to shake it off so that you can feel, you can feel, so you can feel that you are, that you so that you can feel, that you can face, or you can, what's a better word for it? So that you can really be able to, um, you can really see it, observe it, and it's your choice how you want to really bring it forth and address it. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So I'm here to help you to go deep down to the subconscious, to address those, but then to see it, to observe it, but then you're there to address it. Okay, how you choose to. And it's really cool to see people, um, individuals that I have worked with, really, like, you have to experience it to know it, to know what it feels like, because it's different. It's a different feeling from just saying, hey, you will experience this, right? You have to experience it to really feel it. Okay. So, I will leave it as that. If you're interested, message me. We can talk more. And, I will do my best to uh, discuss further what you guys would like to work on. And yeah, it's also a little bit of energy healing too, like kind of like Reiki, but I call it energy rejuvenation because it's like my kind of my twist on how to how to really like bring to clear energy and then bring energy through, right, through the divine source. Okay, that's who I work with. I work with a divine source. I work with archangels, angels, my spirit team, all from the higher realms. So that's my team. And if you do have other questions, feel free to message me. You know where to find me. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys um, next week. So yeah, I am so happy to be here again. And yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. If anything, just message me. Okay. Have a good one. Good night.